everyone, and welcome to Unit 11, Social Psychology. What I'm going to talk about today is a quick little preview of your bias assignment and how you're going to complete this. So in your content folder for Unit 11, you're going to go with homework for this unit, which you had to go here to get the videos. I don't know why I backtracked, but I'm going to leave it anyway. You're going to click those bias instructions, and you're going to open that up. It's opening it on a different page. Let me bring that on into this screen. Now, so what you're going to do, this is a 30-point assignment. You are going to give me a write-up in APA formatting, 12-point font, double-spaced. And you are going to go to this link to complete an implicit bias test. Now, if you haven't read already, there is a difference between an explicit and an implicit bias. An explicit bias is an attitude that we kind of speak out into existence. We're acknowledging that we feel a certain way. An implicit bias may be reactionary, and we're not exactly sure that we're having this specific bias, and it can be formed on a lower level of consciousness by different socialization, different experiences we've had where we're not really thinking about them, but it's still conditioning us nonetheless. So, if this test says that you have an implicit bias, please do not think it means you hate a group. It's calling you. I had students claim that this test was just made to make people think they're racist. This is a scientifically studied, verified test conducted by Harvard, a really well-known research institution. It is not here to point fingers or to shame you in any way, but it wants to recognize and measure in its own way if we have implicit biases or knee-jerk reactions. And so what you're going to do is a sorting task, and basically the test is going to have you sort different terms with different groups. So when you go to this link, I'm going to control and click that. I think it's going to open it in my other folder. Well, it would be nice if it showed up. And let me just copy and paste this link for y'all to see it. So when you go to this link, these are all your discussion boards coming up, so nothing secretive to hide there. When you go to this link, it's going to give you information about the test. You're going to click I wish to proceed. You have to take 2 of these tests. I'm just going to press sexuality IAT. It's going to give you some questions, and it is going to have, that's collecting demographic information for other statistics run on their part, but it's going to ask you a lot of different things, and it's going to have you sort, basically a word sort task. And so I don't want to show you the actual task and give away too much, but you're going to follow the tasks as assigned, sorting using the E and I keys. And the thought behind this is that if you sort things quickly in one way or another, it may show that you have an implicit bias or a preference for one group over another. Again, it's not saying you hate another group, but it is saying, hey, maybe there is an implicit bias there that we have to check. And so what you're going to do is describe the test. So in your little write-up, you're going to describe the test, describe how the test was conducted, what you were required to do. You will then explain your results. So what results you had. And then this is the most important part. I want you to write a reflection. Okay, and this reflection is going to say whether or not you think the implicit bias results match with your explicit biases. And they may not match. But I want you to think about what factors could have shaped your implicit biases, like different socializations you've had, even our family and the values and the upbringing and things that have been said. These are all things that can affect our biases on an unconscious level. So I want you to write about those. That's the most important part of this paper. It should be at least 1 page. If you go over 1 page, that's fine, but I shouldn't get a half of a page reflection. I really want you to talk about these main points. Once you've completed the write-up, you can submit it accordingly under this link. So you click the IAT bias assignment, view the rubric again if you want to see how I'm going to grade it based on, the tasks given, how it's proportioned. See, the analysis is worth significantly more than the rest of the results, so make sure that analysis is spot on. Then you're going to browse the local files as always, attach those your bias assignment, put any comments you need to clarify or whatever you wish to tell me, write in that comment link. You don't have to do anything, and then submit. And that is all you need for this assignment. I hope you all have a wonderful day.